Welcome back, everybody. This is Mr. Ace. Mr. Ace is a 5-month-old German Shepherd, and he's absolutely stunning. When you think of a German Shepherd, this is what they look like. Here he is. Look at that animal. Look how long that tail is. He's like a little kangaroo. We're having a little potty break here before we get started. If you notice, there's a towel on the ground. When Ace got here, he peed in the kennel immediately. We wiped it out. We take the towel, we throw it in the yard, and this is going to mark his spot. So every time he comes out of the kennel, he comes out 6 times a day. And when he comes out, we tell him, go potty, walk him up to where his towel is. He smells himself and he pees right there. And they're right, buddy. Look at him. That is a stunning animal. Let's talk about the old German Shepherd. German Shepherds right now are the #1 most popular breed in America. Is it a good thing, bad thing? I don't know. But the trainability is there. The ability, tried and true trainability is there. Here we go. He's looking at a chicken, his little chicken friend that he met yesterday. I think this is like his 2nd or 3rd time seeing a chicken. He's like, what is that? Is that breakfast? So with these animals being the #1 dog in America, this is the most popular phone call that we received to people that need help. Like, hey, I've got a German Shepherd. It won't listen. It jumps. It bites. It tears stuff up. Same story on repeat. So let's talk about these beautiful animals. And he is hunting that chicken. Let's talk about these animals and some of the things you can expect for first-time owners. Now, people purchase these German Shepherds for what reason? They purchase them because they want a big dog, an intimidating dog, a dog who's going to protect the family, protect the house, protect the yard, etc., so on and so on. And yeah, they're going to do it. Their natural herding breeding ability. The history is well documented. You can see actual, pictures of these dogs working in trenches from, World War I onto, the war against terrorism. You can see these dogs in action. You've seen them on police channels. You've seen them on the military channel. You've seen all the trainers highlighting them doing bite work and jumping and just like that. All the stuff that they do. This is who they are. They are a herding dog from a herding breed. So back in the day, everybody had a herding breed. This is when families had farms and these dogs were bred and put on the farm. Come on, buddy, let's walk. Come on. These dogs were put on the farm. Come on. He's freaking out about, see, there he goes jumping. These dogs were put on the farm to keep things that are supposed to be on the farm, and to keep stuff off the farm that wasn't supposed to be on the farm. That's pretty much what it is. Come here, kid. Come on, let go. Now, in Mr. Ace's case, let's see, you picked up a cactus. What did we learn there, huh? In Mr. Ace's case, his mama called me and said, hey, I've got a 5-month-old German Shepherd. I am bleeding because it bites me so much. It jumps on everything, jumps at the front door, jumps at the back door. Her arms are taking a beating, and all of this stuff is perfectly normal. This is what you see with a puppy, a German Shepherd puppy especially. The teething stage, he's just trying to play. They don't have hands. It's how they feel is with their mouth. So the jumping is just a mannerism that needs to be trained out of them. Like all dogs, you do not need to be harsh or mean to them in any regard. Morning. You don't need to be harsh to them at all. Come on, pups. Look. We'll be back in a minute. Sure. We're gonna. Thank you. Yeah. He's just learning. He's just a baby. What? He's just a baby. He's only learning. It's a boy. His name's Ace. He's beautiful. Thank you. What do you think about that, huh? Come on, pup. Come on. That was a good job. That was a good job, pups. Yeah. Come here, come here, come here. Come here. Now you see, you want to let the dog give up. You want him to back down. You don't want to pull the dog away because you're gonna create a problem there. Like, you want him to see it as long as he needs to see it, and then when he says, okay, that's enough, then we leave. So you just wait, and you just wait. Good job, Ace. Good job. Good job, buddy. Mr. Ace's family called because of the, just natural puppy stuff. Jumping, biting, jumping, biting, roughhousing, jumps on the doors, chews on everybody. It's just the natural stuff that they do. And you don't want to make this into a big deal. One of the biggest tips I can give you is to not respond to anything that they do. If you respond, you're turning it into a game. He's going to want to do it again. Ow, stop. You're biting. Oh, You're now the squeaky toy. So you just do not want to respond at all. You want this dog to just forget about it. Let's go on with life, and let's not make a big deal. That's in the puppy stages, especially when they're teething. This is when you're going to get the chomps. So they're the #1 family dog in America right now. You got a German Shepherd, a Labrador, and then I don't know what number 3 is. That's just the second place loser. So what we do when you purchase one of these puppies, the first thing you're going to do, let's back the train up. Before you purchase this puppy, you're going to find a trainer. If you do not have the experience, you're going to find a trainer. You're going to call that trainer, interview a lot of them when you hire one. Once you hire the trainer that you like the most, you're going to tell them, hey, we're buying this puppy. This is what it looks like. If that trainer is worth anything, they're going to be able to look up the lineage. You can find the AKC. They're going to talk to the breeder, and they're going to be prepared to work the animal to what that dog is going to require. Each of them are different. We've had German Shepherds here who the owners want protection, and they end up being phenomenal social dogs. And then we've had dogs that they want to have, as a phenomenal social family dog, and they end up being phenomenal protectors. So always checking the history. Come here, Bubs. Always checking their history of their dog, of the bloodlines, checking the history, making sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. That's the first step. The second step is once this puppy gets home, mama's usually done with them by 6 to 8 weeks of age. After that time frame, you're then going to take the dog home. You're going to immediately take him to the vet, and that vet is going to give him his puppy shots. Should have already had some from the breeder, but you're going to get the animal checked out, make sure everything is nice and healthy. All right, Bubs. Make sure they're nice and healthy and ready to go. Come on, pup. Make sure they're nice, healthy, ready to go, and ready to start learning about the home environment. Things that we do not want to introduce them to. Come here. Things that we do not want to introduce them to are items like socks, hard chew bones, things that they can easily swallow. You see, like Ace here, this is his third time playing on the little small challenges course. So what we do is just make sure that he gets comfortable with everything. I just need him to touch it. It's not so important that he does it. What's important is that he touches, jumps, plays, gets comfy, because later I'm going to demand perfection from him. And this little course here is super, super simple. I'm asking them next to nothing. When I cut a Mallee loose and you see what they do on these things, you'll be like, wow, I didn't know that was possible. But anywho, when you get your dog home, you don't want to put things on your hands so they can gnaw on it and you can help them with their puppy teeth. Don't do that. You're encouraging them to bite your hands. Do not put a bunch of squeaky toys and plushies inside of their kennel. They're going to eat them, and they will end up in their stomach, and I will see you in emergency surgery while we remove something and try to save the animal's life. See, right there was a jump. Kid. Stay still. Come here. Let's let people see you. We haven't even got to see you yet. Come here. Now, he still does not know. He knows that he can jump, but he doesn't know that he can jump on this stuff. So, here's Mr. Ace. Sit. Very good. Oh. Sit. Very good. Now, Mr. Ace here, he does not know his basic vocabulary of sit, stay, here, heel, place, and up. You have to work and develop all of these things. One of the biggest misconceptions that people have when they purchase one of these dogs is that this animal is going to be a protection animal without the training. Not true. This dog is nowhere close to being a protection animal. If I was to pull out a pistol right now and bang off a round, there's no telling what would happen. But I know that it would be 100% negative. You see, like, look at this. That is not that far down there. And he's terrified of it. Come here, Bubs. Come here, come here, come here, come here. All of this starts slowly, and you want to help and encourage him. So while he's up here on the table, you want to touch your dog. You want to grab his face, open his mouth. Look at them. Look at them razor sharp puppy teeth. Touch him. You want to look in his ear. How's that ear? Oh, need to wipe those ears out, kid. That's a good shake. You can groom that into something. Then you want to come over here. You want to touch his paws, right? You want to touch his paws. You want to touch his butt. You want to touch his genitals. Why do you want to do all this stuff? Because later, okay, come on. Later in life, you're going to be taking your dog to the veterinarian. And when he's a big adult dog, and he hasn't had these types of touches, and the vet goes to do it, the dog's going to turn around and grab hold of the vet, and then you're getting kicked out of the vet's office, which that's not a good thing. Come on, let's go down the trail. And that's not a good thing. So, early you're going to trip, kid. Early stimulation, socialization, environmentals. Okay, so let's go down the list here. You have contacted a trainer, and you have said, trainer, I want a German Shepherd puppy. And the trainer has said, okay, let me help you. Trainer has helped you identify the bloodline that is best for you. Is it a show line? Is it a working line? What is it? You've got the trainer. You've identified the puppy that you want to pull from. You've taken the dog to the vet. He's been checked out. And now it is time for training. For the first 9 months of their life. What did you just eat? For the first 9 months of their life. All you need to be focused on is obedience, socialization, and environmentals. You need the dog to build up the mental capacity to deal with anything, to win in any environment. If he becomes a protection dog, this is even more important. No matter what realm that they step into, they have to have the mental tenacity to just not be shaken by anything. I don't care what happens. I don't care if Bigfoot pops out of the woods right now. He should bow up and be like, dude, you come any closer, I'm going to smoke you. They've got to have that level. It is not because you own one, you have a protection dog. It's not that at all. When you see these dogs barking and just going nuts and spinning in circles and getting ready to bite somebody, you think, wow, what a protective dog. When I see it, I go, wow, what a mentally unstable dog. All of the protection dogs that I have here, I don't have that many. I actually only have one left for sale. But all of the dogs that I have here, come, Ace. Good job, bud. All of the protection dogs that I have here, the one that I have here is, he's not fazed by anything. He's not going to bark at you. He's not going to lunge at you. His hair isn't going to stand up. The only thing that's going to happen is his head is going to turn sideways, and he is going to look into your soul, and he is going to communicate with your soul and say, do you really want to do this? And then if the person was to make a move, the dog is going to react, and the dog will react accordingly. You can't get this type of this level of obedience by just assuming the animal is going to be a protection dog. They have to learn about it. Like, how do you compare this? There's a tough dude, in town. I'll beat up anybody. I'm the baddest SOB to walk the planet. Rah, 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 rah. Okay, let's put him in the octagon with the world champ, Mr. Jones. And let's see what happens. The dude is going to get destroyed. Why? Because the MMA fighter has trained. He knows exactly what to do. I'm going to take your arm. I'm going to take your legs. I'm going to grapple. I'm going to break your nose. I'm going to do all these numbers of things that you do not know how to do. It is the same thing in the protection dog world. The dog has to learn how to do all this stuff. First of all, the dog has to learn that you don't live in a war zone and not everybody that you are going to see is going to be an enemy. And more than likely, they'll never use the protection training. They'll never use it, ever. So you have to teach the dog that, hey, we live in a normal place, we live around normal people, and everything is perfectly fine. Okay, I'm just teaching you to do something in the event that you need to use it. That's my protection dog spiel about them. Okay, so when your puppy has just come home, you're going to only focus on environmentals, socialization, okay, and start the obedience. This training starts immediately the day they get home. There's no plushie toys. There's nothing they can chew, eat, swallow inside of their kennel other than food. Yes, your dog needs a kennel. Why does the dog need a kennel? Because if you don't, he's going to destroy your house while you're at work. That's just the fact of life. Next, children. Children and working dogs. Do they do good? Absolutely. But, again, it is the early socialization that is going to help you be successful. So when I get a Mallee, Dutch Shepherd, German Shepherd, and this little pup comes home, I take it and I immediately put it in the hands of my daughter. My daughter is then going to go show it off to all of her friends. She can take it to volleyball practice. It's going to meet 20 happy little girls that all want to see this dog. And the dog's going to start to bond and form relationships with this little age group. He's going to start to see, this is my pack. This is who I hang out with. This is how I personally start them. In addition to that, throw the dog in the truck, and we go everywhere. You meet everybody. What are you doing? Thought there was a snake. Now, when you, come on, hop up. Oh, that's a good dog. When you start your early environmentals socialization with your puppy, you want to make sure that everything is positive. Good job. Good job, dog. Good job. You want to make sure that everything is positive. There is not one negative thing that happens. You do not want to overcorrect them. You do not want to react to bad behavior. If you react to the bad behavior, you're turning it into a game. Like, watch this. Watch. So we take the dog, and there's our place board where we teach obedience with. You used to send the dog away from me, tell him the place, all that good stuff. So here it is. This is it. It's just a red thing right here. Right? You hop up there. Oh, that's a good dog. Oh, that's a good dog. You're so brave. You're so brave. Now, if I'm to step off of it, hop up. He immediately wants down. Hop up. Sit. Very nice. When he first started this 2 days ago, he wouldn't get anywhere near this thing. Why? Because it was new. It's clunky. It makes noises. It's an odd thing that he's never seen before. Take into account the places you will go, the things that you do, that your family does, and I want you to think about all the things. You heard them deer running, huh? I want you to think about all the things that he might encounter, okay? And I want you to incorporate that into his training, right? Like, are you social butterfly? Do you go downtown? Do you go for runs? Are you going out and, maybe you have outdoor dining facilities like we have here in Central Texas, and you want the dog to go have lunch with you and sit there. Are there stores that you want to travel to that are dog friendly? All these things, take them now. Don't wait. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be. And the window will close the closer that they get to their mental maturity. Mental maturity arrives between the ages of 2 and 3 years of age. Dogs can and will learn new things past that. But, see, he wants to take off running. I'm not going to let him. But it is easier done when they are itty bitty little puppies. And before you know it, it's just a second nature, second home to them. And they don't really care. So those are my tips. If you want to buy a German Shepherd, okay, we're going to keep everything positive, right? We're going to talk to a trainer first. We're going to make sure our vet is on board. We're going to make sure that we get the right bloodline. Is it a working line? Is it a show line? And then we are going to have a plan in place. What is the dog's job? What does he do? Think of how mundane and boring your life would be if you just woke up every day and you had no purpose. And you had nothing to do. And you're just going to sit there. And someone comes by a couple times a day in a kennel and feeds you. That's horrible. That would suck so bad. So you don't want to do that to a creature like this, who is ultra smart, ultra handsome, and is just ready to go be part of the world. He needs to be a positive impact on your family and the community, your neighborhood especially. Because, these things can turn into a liability. Super quick, he could turn into a liability. If you don't socialize them, it's terrible. Like you're going to see in the future. We're going to take this dog to the farm, and he's going to be around cows, horses, goats, all that kind of thing. And you're like, oh, but whoop-de-doo, what does that mean? Okay, well, in my neighborhood, in his owner's area, there's cows, horses, donkeys, there's all sorts of things. Like right here, right now in my neighborhood, there could be somebody riding horseback. There are multiple horse trainers here, and they ride up and down the roads all the time. Come on. And they ride up and down the roads all the time. So if the dogs, there's a rule for protection dog training. There's a rule for training this breed, Malleys, German Shepherds, any of these kind of high drive. Come on, we're not quitting. We're going to keep going. You got a little more gas in the tank. Never let the first time be the first time. You get what I'm saying? Imagine this animal's 2 years old, was never socialized, never had the environmental work done, and then you take him downtown and there's, chariot rides or horseback rides in downtown wherever, and it's the first time he's ever seen one. And now he's 2 years old. All you did was focus on teaching him how to bite and bark and be aggressive. What do you think's going to happen? Okay? Talk to your breeder, or talk to a trainer. Talk to a breeder. Find the genetic line you need. Get him to the vet. First year of life, you're going to do obedience, environmentals, socialization. And with that, you're going to be extremely successful, and you're going to have a beautiful dog like Ace. A beautiful dog like Ace. Come here, kid. A beautiful dog like Ace. Yes. Okay, I love you. Let's go have breakfast.